So I'm going to show you today how to make something like this in less than 5 minutes. Maybe the talking is even going to make it more than 5 minutes. I don't even think it's more than that. Okay, let's see how easy this thing is. I use an app called SketchUp, and I'm using the latest one. You can buy this online. Yeah. Also from this. Actually, I bought this from Pindodo, so it's kind of cheap for 10 kwai, and you can use this app as long as you want. So let me show you very quick how to make something like this over here, and then go ahead and 3D print. This is a nice vase. You can use it for a lot of things, and you can alter it to have different shapes, different styles. It's just up to you. Let's start it real quick. So the first thing you're going to do is go to the top here. You're going to find this obviously made from a circle, right? So you're going to find our shapes. So you're going to select a circle. At this point, we don't really care about the size of it because we can always scale things down if they are too big, so no problem. So I'm just going to make a circle. Where did my circle go? Good. So let me zoom in a bit so you can see this. Just make a circle. Okay, if you want to be very precise, you can type in a number to make sure it is that exact size. So I just don't care here, so I'll just make any circle right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to extrude it. There is this tool called push pull. I'm going to select the surface. You can see a lot of dots on it. That means it's a surface. Select it, and then I'm going to pull it up a bit. You see, you can move it up or down, and it forms this object, 3D object. So I'm just going to move it up by. Right now, I'm not doing measurement, so I'll just move it up a little bit, just like that. Just like somewhere. Let's do 3 millimeters. I'll move it up by 3 millimeters. Okay, enter. Now there you go. You have a big circular slab here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to offset it. So if you see this, go here right at the top. There's a tool called offset. You're going to select this surface and make a small inner circle. That's going to be how thick the wall is going to be. It's gonna be right. So I want to offset it by, let's say, 3 millimeters. Not that big. And then I'm going to pull the size up, so we kind of have something like a cup, right? So let's put this thing up by let's say 60. The cool thing we're going to do here is, you see these edges, the one selected in blue and the inner one. No, not this one. These two edges. Okay, don't select the body itself, just the two lines here. What we can do is scale it. Okay, now here comes the interesting part. Once you've selected these two top lines, which marks the edges of your object, you can find this tool called scale right here, scale. And now what you're going to do is you're going to scale it evenly on all sides. So how you do that is you press Control and you press on one of the highlighted edges here. And now when we move our cursor, we get this shape, right? It kind of moves with it, depending on how you move your. It's kind of crazy, right? Escape. So you're going to move it evenly. Okay, Control, click it, and you can have your thing move equally on all sides. But not yet. This is what we're going to do first. You're going to press Escape so you don't do that. I'm going to copy these two lines down. And how do you do that? You use your Move tool, right? Select it and then move downwards. Press Control first, because Control will copy the line for you. It will not move the whole thing. So you see now Control just copied the edges, and we move it down anywhere we want. Maybe I'll leave it right here, just like that. Now guess what is going to happen? This is going to be the interesting part. Once you see it is still selected, what we're going to do is select the scale tool, and now let's scale the middle part. Remember, control and then click it. Now this is what we get. So depending on how much you move, you can get this cool shape here, kind of like a pot. I mean, right? This is really interesting. And now I think this right here is good, just for demonstration's sake. So now we have something that looks just like this, okay? And basically you can be more fidgety around this and see what kind of a shape you can get. Okay, I can also select just the top here, that 2 lines on the edge, and then I can do the same thing, maybe scale it, control, and then click the edge. See, we can make it more smaller or bring it out more. Now what else can we do with this? We can come in here, be a little bit smart, and extrude the top. You see this top, it's selected that, so you can see those small dots over there. Click it and you can move it up a bit. So I moved it up. I just don't care how much I moved it. All I know is it's not too bigger than my 3D printer can print. And now guess what? We can select those 2 edges, okay, and then we can scale it again. Control and move it. Now you see what we get? We get, oh no, control and move. Always don't forget control. So we can get something like, oh, this is, I never ever did this, but this looks cool, right? Okay, I think I will leave it here like that. This looks cool for me. So guys, is it more than 5 minutes? I don't think so. There you go. Get smart about it anywhere you want, and you can make various shapes, various sizes, different things, just using these few options we had here. Not complicated, right? So now let's go ahead and 3D print this and see how this will actually look like. It's pretty. Now you might say, what is it with that texture? We intentionally added it. The software we installed last time for the slicer. Yeah. In there you can add a function that adds a bit of texture to the surface of your model. So you can go smooth or you can go a bit rough. Wow. Beautiful.